with the latest updates and changes that Instagram has made lately, and there was a lot just in the past, I believe, 10 days, we can figure out which trends will dominate social media in 2025. So, Megan, I'd like to ask you, what's one key social media trend that you think will surprise everyone in 2025 on Instagram?
So I'm not sure if it's necessarily a surprise for everyone, but it is going to be pretty different. I think we're going to see a lot more connection through our content. So more talking to the camera, more slower videos, not snappy, not just getting the watch time, but actually having that deeper purpose behind the content and balancing that with using AI at the same time. So I think we're going to see more people talking to camera, but there's going to be small things that AI will be doing in the background or as effects with maybe the editing style or the specific little things that are popping up or the automations that they're using. They're going to be using it in a way that still makes it connection with your audience, still allows you to have that personal touch. So I think we're going to move away from the faceless style, which is still going to be a thing. Whether people like it or not, it's going to be a thing. But I think we're going to have a strong push for the content creators who are storytelling, who are connecting, whether that's, actually face to camera or more in the DMs, but actually talking with your people.
Okay, I love this one because I have an interesting one. Because I think this is going to surprise a lot of people, especially business owners, because I have been getting on calls with them, and usually every time when people come on a call with me or they just like ask me about their social media and I ask them for their goals, like what is your goal with Instagram, with social media, everyone is talking about followers. So they always want to get to 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers, or whatever their next milestone is. That is what everyone is talking about. And I think that is going to change. With the Instagram algorithm change that we had in August as well, where they started prioritizing content for smaller accounts as well, follower count may not be anymore like what it was. So I think people's goals and priorities will have to change a little bit to not focus on that follower count and just the number. And like Megan said, to focus on community, on connection, and not maybe just like chasing those views or those follows, but actually focusing on the connection that you're creating with talking videos, with more long form videos, with something that's a bit slower, but builds you a true connection. Because like Megan said, like those faceless videos, have some sort of a limit because they can't do that. They're great for like some things, but they have that limit where they can't really connect. They can't really connect people that way. Your audience is not going to feel as connected with you in that way. So I think we're going to see a lot of people noticing that followers are not what they used to be, and maybe trying to focus and having like different goals for social media instead.
I think you are spot on in regards to the change of priority in regards to followers. And I think we started to see a little bit in 2024, but in 2025, I think it's really going to escalate in regards to putting our focus on other KPIs, like you stated. What those KPIs would be, I still think that leaves a lot to be figured out just yet. And I mean that apply to all platforms, not just Instagram, but even YouTube and TikTok. The power of, or I should say, the strength of the number of the follower is not as important anymore nowadays. And we've seen this across various platforms where you could have 1 million followers and still have a problem selling to that audience compared to other profiles or accounts that have maybe a fraction of that and they are selling like hotcakes because they know how to reach that strong, powerful community that they've established with a smaller audience. So I think you are absolutely right. You guys are kind of on the same realm in a way in regards to the change of human nature and connection in a way in regards to what we're going to be seeking in 2025. So I love both of those answers right there. I think that one of the trends that you'll see in 2025 that might be a surprise is live streaming, which is exactly what we're doing right now on YouTube. But I'm seeing it grow on so many other platforms. And there's a very strong aspect to it as well in regards to social selling on streaming that has been coming from the Eastern culture on like in the Asian countries, and it's moving, it's been shifting here as well to the States. And it's been crazy over there in regards to terms of marketing and money being made. And I can see it coming here to the States as well. Because kind of what you guys hinted on, I feel like there's going to be this need for authenticity. We hear this word all the time, to the point where some people might be sick of hearing it, but it is stated a lot because it is absolutely true, more now than ever before with the introduction and adaptation of AI. So I feel like a lot more people are just going to be naturally seeking direct and real human connections, as you've kind of both expressed. But as a content format with live streaming, I think that there's no better way, and I've said this numerous times, there's no better way for you to actually work through that phase, the marketing phase you probably have heard before, know, like, trust. It's a very common practice in regards to marketing. I don't feel like there's any other content format that does it better and does it faster than live streaming. Just in the spare time that you've probably been visiting and watching on this very IG live, I'm sorry, this YouTube live, you've gotten to know at least one of us new. You know, maybe you are my audience member and you've got to know Meagen and Michelle a little bit. Within 5 minutes, we've said something that you've liked. You got to know us a little bit more. And hopefully we're sharing information that you trust now to the point where you could go back and follow us and become a member of our community. And that's how it's kind of all changing now in regards to social media. It's so hard to get people to hit that follow button now because you have to earn it more now than ever before. People are unsubscribing and unfollowing from people and accounts quicker than ever before on social media. And you got to work very hard to earn that following. And I think live streaming is a great way to do that because, like I stated, they get to know you on such a deeper level. And when you add in the selling aspect, it's just going to make its way here from the Eastern culture in the Asian countries in America in a very big way, especially depending on the status of TikTok. If TikTok happens to actually stick around in the States, I could see it really working well with like TikTok shops and probably a few new features that really push it to the next level. And obviously, we know Instagram is going to borrow whatever feature that TikTok has created in regards to that. So I'm thinking live streaming is going to be the next true trend that we should probably start focusing on now, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok.
I would just say that I think that we're going to continue to see the little things that, Instagram's coming out with a lot of changes at once. I don't see that necessarily slowing down. So just try to take that like that frustration that you have towards all of the things happening at once and give yourself grace. Number one, like you don't have to do all of the things all at once, and number two, like know that everybody's testing them out at the same time, right? Like even the experts, even people who are well versed in social media, whatever platform that is, or marketing or branding, business, etc., they're still testing things all of the time. So even if it's new to them and new to you, like we've got to understand that we all are beginners when we have a new feature or a new thing come out or a new trend. And sometimes it works out for us and sometimes it doesn't, and that's okay. So don't be so hard on yourself. Just a little pep talk there of, it's okay that all of this is happening at once. And that's the exciting thing about social media, is that it does change and it keeps things interesting. So people complain about it, but if we didn't have changes, then people would complain about that too.
That is so true. That is so true. It's sad.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I completely agree with all of the trends that we shared here. I think they are true for multiple platforms as well. And I think that is also something that is important to diversify if you can, if you have the capacity to do so, to diversify your platforms as well. Because, like, the TikTok situation in the US, That can happen with any platform. These are audiences that we don't own. So at least it's really smart to diversify and to build an audience on multiple platforms, and also to build your email list, something that you own, that you know that you can rely on, so you don't feel like you constantly have to post and have to overwhelm yourself and burn yourself out just to create content, to get new people into your world and your business.
Well said. I completely agree with that. And I hope that you guys were able to actually get some value, get some insight from our conversation here today, all about what we believe will be the top social media trends that you just can't ignore in 2025. Look, thank you for watching this video on the topic of social media trends. If you got any value or insight from this convo, or just simply enjoyed the content, please remember to like this video. And if you want to check out our next live video or catch the replay, please hit that subscribe button and join the community here on my YouTube channel. Speaking of more videos, here's one I think you'll like. So tap and click the video on the screen, and I'll see you over there.